America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? It is Rodney Perry. You're tuning to Rodney Perry Live. I couldn't be more excited about today. Great weekend this weekend. I was on the road, Baltimore, Maryland, actually PG County. Miss V celebrated her 50th birthday. She brought myself out. She brought Heard It All Before. What's that lady's name? Heard It All Before. Shady, what's that lady's name?
Sunshine Anderson.
Sunshine Anderson. Heard It All Before. Man, let me tell you something. I told that woman, I say, if I come home and I hear Heard It All Before playing, I can leave. You're not about to get me with no damn Heard It All Before. Incredible night. Incredible folks. You know, you see people throw 50th birthday parties and you say, you know, people getting older, but you also getting better. You know, so shouts out to my 50 family. You know, I'll be 2 years in the club, September 15th, and we are definitely making it happen. Shouts out to our listeners. They're here every day. Vanessa, I see you. Andrew, Cuz in the building. What's up? If you haven't shared the broadcast, do yourself a favor, share the broadcast. Let's get right to the show. My co-host for today, man, this is big. This is big. Let's do this. Probably one of my favorite comedians. I've had an opportunity to watch him host a room. I've had a chance to watch him just flat out obliterate the stand-up stage. He's an actor. He's a comedian. He might sing if you ask him. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe the most well-dressed man in comedy. And I know who y'all think is other people, but they cannot outdress Jonathan Slogan. Welcome to the show, Jonathan. How are you?
Man, Rodney Perry. You got your own theme song, my nigga? Woo!
Yeah, man.
Who's that singing?
That is my friend Marcus Mason. His dad was the Mason that was headed that they was over the big Church of God in Christ in Nashville. And Marcus Mason is a recording artist, man. And we met at you know how we shopping all the time. Yeah. I'm shopping in LA, and I met Marcus Mason maybe 15 years ago, and we became friends. And he said, Rodney, I did something for you. Check your email. And it was that song, man. And I was like, wow.
Bro, that thing is, that's nice. That's
and it's got a little snap to it, don't it?
I love that soul funk, man. You know, I like the good, it's kind of old school to me. And I'm all about old school, you know, so.
Hey, man, I cannot thank you enough for coming on, man. And you're also going to be my special guest going into the second hour of the show. And we're going to really talk about your career and the whole nine, man, how you've been navigating this thing so effortlessly so many years, man. And I always like to talk to comics like yourself because you are the definition of longevity, you know, and I really respect that.
I appreciate this. Is this Andrew Perry a relative of yours?
Hey, dog, it's a bunch of us, so you never know.
Hey, Andrew, man, let's not use the word pimp, brother. I don't like that word. No, pimping ain't never been a good thing. I don't like that.
Pimping ain't good. Pimping is what got R. Kelly in trouble, to be honest.
Hello.
That's a whole, and the fact that we glorify pimping is a whole nother animal, especially in a world where you talk about sex trafficking and things like that. Pimping is not okay. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Now you can't do a show without my co-host, So I do my co-host every day. I got lucky enough to get the great Jonathan Slogan. We talked maybe a week or so ago. He said, "Man, I'm coming, but I can't come right now. I'm busy." He made his way on the show. Then I said, "Who better to bring on the show? Somebody that not only know the Lord, got God on speed dial, but a great comedian, a great actress, a great mother, a great wife." Well, I assume she's a great wife because her husband always look happy. Welcome to the show, Ms. Nikita B. How you doing, Nikita B?
Is this better?
You up? You up? Nikita B.
What's going on?
There she go. God dang it. Nikita B, you know I'm a fan.
Hey, I appreciate you bringing me on. And with Jonathan, this is a great morning.
This is a great morning, ain't it? Okay,
hey,
let's talk about
Nikita B. I did a show with and Nikita and her husband were in the show. Hey, I knew Nikita was kind of, but I just saw this tall, fine black woman, and I know. So I had to cut back and control because her husband is real cool.
Nice guy.
Man, they are the best couple, but she fine. Just for the record.
Nikita B is a gorgeous woman. And she ain't short. So if you're a little dude, you get on out of there. Shut up.
Yeah. Nikita is 6'11". And
no, she's not. And that's
without here.
I'm 5'10", 6'2" on the weekend.
I remember when we first worked together. Nikita B walked in. She had a black dress on, but she had some type of gold chain just strung everywhere. I said to myself, I thought this lady was a Christian. Come to find out, she knows the Lord intimately. But what I like about these two comedians is they just funny. I mean, the fact that they happen to be Christians is incidental to the craft. They're funny human beings that love the Lord, And so I honor both of y'all because of that, man. And thank y'all for coming on.
My pleasure, man.
All right, before we get started, I wanted to thank you publicly because you may not know it, but you were the one that helped me realize that everything I talked about didn't have to be about the Lord. You was like, Nikita, I didn't know you was a nurse. I knew you had kids, but I didn't know how many. I knew you've been through some stuff, but not really what you really went through. He said, the Lord can, you said, the Lord can show through you without you being churchy, and you will be able to reach more people. That was the moment that the light bulb went out, and I really started shining as a comedian. So wow. I appreciate that because you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly right.
Wow, ain't that something?
Yeah, that
was the same thing.
Say it again.
I said, I had them chains on when you said it. No more chains holding me. My God.
That's
right. Yeah, the same thing that she said to you, Rodney, is what Sinbad said to me, because I was right after Def Jam. I didn't really fit in the Def Jam thing, so I had to come up with something, and I was already in the church per se, and I called myself gospel comedian. Sinbad said, "Man, stop saying that." He said, "When I first met you, I knew you were a Christian, so it comes out. You ain't got to broadcast that. Just be who you are." And ever since that time, and I dropped that whole gospel Christian comedy, a comedian title, and just let my light shine as it is. So it's all good.
Right. Well, we'll get into that in the next hour because I really want to unpack that and what that is, and how many people push back on that as when you start making that decision. Mm-hmm. BET Awards was last night, guys. The BET. Shawty Scott, join us.
I'm here.
So The BET Awards. What are we gonna unpack first? The award show or the red carpet? Because we got these are two of the most well-dressed comedians in the game.
Let's do the red carpet. I guess let's do red carpet.
Because there's a crazy outfits out there.
Yeah, they
Billy Preston. Is it what's the young man Billy? What's Billy name?
Billy Porter. Billy Porter.
Billy Porter. Like he was going. I don't know.
I had Billy Porter wearing he had on not shoulder pads, but he had on mountain pads. He had like 2 mountains on his shoulders.
Hey, you know what I like about the guy? I like his fearlessness. I mean, he will wear it, whether it's a dress, whether it's it's a chance I'm not willing to take.
Well, that's not your lifestyle, Mr. Perry.
But you know, I mean, it seems like the dress might be comfortable. Like if you think about it, let you know, hang low.
Well, I'm pretty sure he had drawers on, Rodney. So, you know, your boy just don't be hanging around.
You don't think so?
No, man, no.
You say Billy Porter be wearing underwear. Look at this.
Absolutely.
Look at the shoulders.
He got 2 mountains up there.
He looks kind of it looks kind of Addams Family-ish.
It's definitely interesting. But look at the platform shoe though, Nikita B.
Listen, Billy looked like he was about to go to a choir anniversary and a revival. And he definitely got on a slip under there. Huh? He definitely got on a slip under there.
Nikita B is not wearing no slip.
Oh, a slip under there, baby. You know, because you know he prides himself on being honorable and respectable. Oh
yeah.
It just looks it looks hot.
Yeah, it looks a look constructionist.
It looks like but that's good.
Oh my God. Is that a sweater? Is that sweater material, Jonathan?
That's what I'm saying. It looks hot. Yeah.
No, it probably not the sweater material though, but it do look like when he take them shoes off, it'll be like my grandma put them shoes outside. You know, it look like they ain't gonna
Yeah,
they gonna be paying off.
Yeah, do. And he was HIV positive. I think he got the same HIV magic guy.
What? Like, are we serious?
He looked more healthy. He definitely HIV positive.
Oh well, you know, you got money, man. You get the right medicine from what I hear, so you can be all right. That's Magic will tell you.
There you go.
Yeah, his HIV stand for he is vibrant.
He is vibrant. Hilarious. All right.
Wow.
What else we got, Shiny Scott?
Let's see. Well, you know who was interesting to me? This wasn't on the red carpet, but when Kanye came out, this is a long
Kanye,
because Billy Porter got on some
that
looked like some Kanye made. Kanye came out like this.
Okay.
No, what? No,
Kanye looked like he was wearing a brand. Yeah, he wearing a brand by Psychosis.
Psychosis.
Kanye.
Psychosis Unlimited.
This is a deliberate outfit though. He got a mask on his face.
Mm-hmm.
He got these gloves on. What brand of glove is that? Is that
OJ.
these OJ gloves?
Oh my God.
OJ ain't got but one.
OJ fit.
And then that's his Michael Jordan
Well, you know
jacket.
they say you don't go into anything. Look, they say you don't go into anything unaware. So he done already showed us what he about to do. You understand?
Man.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that.
I hope Kanye has a really good friend right now.
Oh, he ain't got no friends. He ain't got no friends like this.
I'm a friend of his because you know why I like him?
Why you like him, John?
Because he's holy. See his shirt?
Holy?
The shirt got a hole in it. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like his whole brand had he had that whole line of clothes that was holy and stretched and whatnot. That's why I was saying that Billy Porter, like he wants something from Kanye's line, from the Yeezy line.
Oh, is it? But while we joking, the thing that got him to billions is fashion.
Right.
Those shoes, he got them boots on. Them boots go for like $10,000 a pair.
Something crazy. Yeah, I got next on the fashion line. Y'all stay tuned. But
okay.
My stuff is gonna be like stuff you can actually wear every day.
I mean, you can wear this, but you're gonna be hot as hell. I know he's sweating in that damn coat.
You better believe it.
All right, let's move on.
Let's see. Who is
Red
this?
carpet was crazy. Kanye is always a tastemaker. Like as I was looking at this stuff this morning, Shani Scott, 90% of the video, the pictures was about Kanye.
I was probably shocked that he showed up. That he was there. Well, not when they showed up, but that he was there. Nobody knew that was happening.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Yeah, and I was kind of shocked that he came out paying tribute to Diddy. I didn't even know they were cool like that.
Oh,
I mean, people talk about Diddy, but everybody loved Diddy.
Huh?
I want to hear Shani Scott's story. I heard it on Michael Sean in the Morning Takeover this morning. I mean, and the Takeover Legends, and I was like, Shani Scott got to give us this story.
Which story? About the party?
About the party.
I won't say who.
Save it.
Yeah. But yes, my eyes
what
have
you got over there,
seen
Shani Scott?
things that I cannot unsee. All right. Also on the red carpet, the young lady that opened the BET Awards, well, not Taraji P, but Miss Lizzo. Miss Lizzo was out.
She opened the show, right?
Yeah, she opened the show, and her outfit opening the show. I love Lizzo, so don't take this the wrong way, Lizzo fans.
She like a disco ball.
She looked like a disco ball, but she was cute. And on the red carpet, this is how she came in.
Come on, Lizzo.
All right, Lizzo. I don't
know whose gown it is, but Lizzo's,
very elegant.
Lizzo doing her thing.
Lizzo.
Hey, Nikita B, give me your thoughts on this outfit, man.
Look, I think she came through on that one because we've seen some other stuff that she's worn. This one right here looked like I love the Lord, but I'll step out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like he covering her, but there's a high risk that she gonna go to the left. I like it.
Yeah, man. I mean, she's giving the one leg, and she got more than that.
Yes, God.
She's giving the one leg. And how about this? She probably down, Jonathan, 15 to 20 pounds.
Let me tell you something, brother. What I see is thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
And that's a little more than the daily bread.
My God,
it's always one thing. I've never seen many two thighs. That's like a church's chicken thigh. You know what I'm saying? They're just a little bit bigger than, but she looks amazing, man. And she's putting it down for the curvy girls. They are unabashed these days. They come with it.
Curvy is a strong word, but okay.
Well, that's what they call themselves. There's a stylist. Her name is Gugu Atkins. That's Mary Gugu, and she has made this look. Like I think Gugu pretty much single-handedly brought awareness to how the big girls can dress because she's a stylist for the big ones, and they look amazing, man. It's good.
Oh, now I'm a fan of Miss Gugu. You understand me? So I know what you're talking about. Gugu definitely be doing her thing. That is Mary and them sister.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
And she's a little she on the thick side.
Yeah, I saw her downtown in LA this past Saturday. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Okay.
It's Gugu.
Yeah. Rodney, wear your hat, man. I wore my hat because I thought you were going to wear a hat.
You know what? Y'all got me. I ain't know Nikita's going to wear hers, too. I'm going to get one on the break after we take this break. Matter of fact, let's take a break. We come back, more stuff from the BET Awards, and we're going to look at the winners and the losers and all that good stuff. We'll be right back. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live.
What y'all is Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
All right, we back. Y'all hear me?
Well, we can't now because you muted yourself. You muted yourself. But you got your hat. You look good in your hat, but we can't hear your voice. You muted yourself. You got to unmute yourself. You got to unmute yourself. You're muted. You're muted. There we go.
You know, it's a major production to go get a hat in this house. Because I got hats down here in the basement. I got another 30 hats upstairs. And I was hoping I'd have to go all the way up because, you know, ain't no telling what is that. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. My name is Rodney Perry. My co-host for today, the lovely and talented Miss Nikita B. And the man with the black hat. I had to go get this one. This is one of my favorites right here. Got that sheen to it. Jonathan Slocum is in the building. What's up, John?
Man, so is that a part of your line?
No, but I'm working on a line, and
okay.
You know, this is a Stetson though.
Okay,
and I love this hat, man. This is one of my favorite hats.
I love it too.
And I'm looking to get. I like that one you wearing though, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
That is fly. What brand is that?
This is Walmart aisle 7.
That ain't no damn Walmart hat, Jonathan Slocum.
No, man. I this is a Gurin hat, Gurin Brothers.
Yeah, I was about to say it like a Gorin brother.
Yeah.
So you picked that up here in Atlanta or somewhere else?
Yeah, right down here at Pont City
Market. Yes,
yeah.
I like those guys in there. And but how about this? Go on Amazon. It's some nice designer hats on Amazon that people don't like. I bought this. This is a Stetson. Mm-hmm. I bought this off Amazon.
Oh, I got some off Amazon too.
Less than $200.
I got some off Amazon too. Brixton,
you know.
Brixton
So I
Brothers,
I will go to Walmart and get a hat if I can find it. Like you playing with Walmart, I'll go there.
Like I said,
shout out to DJ Slow You Roll. Kyle, let's spend these next 6 minutes, Shiny Scott. Let's break down these BET awards if we can.
Okay, let's break them down. So winners, that's what we want to go over, right?
Yeah, why not?
The winners.
Now, who decides the winners though? Who said they're the winners?
I don't know. Who they didn't vote. They had a vote.
They have a committee. They got a committee like the Grammys.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of committee, because I was scratching my head because Lil Nas X was not included, and that kind of shocked me that he wasn't included. Because
what did he do? He got a hit.
Yeah, the Montero album is huge, but you know he got a lot of flack because I hear the song and I'm bobbing my head. Whatever you want to say about it.
Hold on, Shiny Scott. Hold on.
Yes.
You telling me you be listening to Lil Nas X?
Absolutely.
Well, when it comes on, if I'm listening to the radio, yeah. But I mean, it's not in my playlist. But if I'm out or something, but it's a hot song. You cannot deny that it's a hot song. I don't care what it is.
I ain't never heard it.
It's a hot song. You've heard it. Like, I promise you have heard this song. This is a big song.
Now I gotta go. Now I gotta go look up Lil Nas X. This is what's gonna happen, Shannon Scott. I'm gonna look up Lil Nas X, and all of a sudden it's gonna be all kind of Lil Nas X stuff pouring into my phone.
Yep. Well, you know what? It's the video that he got the most controversy about when he turned himself into the devil. It's that song.
That song.
And he won Grammys for that song. And I mean, he's talented. The young man came out, said
Hey, and Shawnee, you know what? I didn't think he was gonna go past Old Town Road. I thought that was gonna be a one-hit wonder. I thought he was
Now
gonna be done
Columbia
after
is
that.
putting some money in him, and he is talented. We might not, agree with everything that he's doing, but you can't deny his talent. You cannot deny his talent. And he took to Twitter last night about it. He's disappointed that he wasn't nominated for a BET award, especially with it being Pride Month, and they did a little thing for Pride Month at the BET award show.
I don't think he gay enough. Let me tell you something.
You don't think he's gay enough? Is that what you're saying?
Hear me out. When you get Billy Porter and them real gays, Lil Nas X ain't nowhere near gay enough.
Wait, so Billy Porter is varsity and Lil Nas is B team? What you saying?
He still gotta go to practice.
Nas X is JB gay.
JB, JB. We call it B team. My dad.
But he on stage kissing men, and like Lil Nas X has been very open about his lifestyle.
But you know what? There's a difference between a lifestyle and you performing, and you like it's coming from your true essence, and it's seeming behavioral. That's where he was getting a lot of flack from too. It's almost like one of them kids you say, you better not. He was like, watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them ones on top of the bunk bed that's gonna jump off. Like he's like, I bet y'all will. Because it has that kind of feel, people, they, it's the verdict out with him or whatever. But he's definitely a bold fella.
Yeah, he is. I think it's their generation too. I'm gonna go over the big category. So you guys tell me what you think. Best female. I done lost my page. But it was best female hip hop artist. Let's see. Our selections were Cardi B, Doja Cat, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, or Sweetie. Nikita, who do you think you want?
I would say Cardi B.
Okay. Jonathan?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I guess. I wait. Who are the other ones again? One more time.
Cardi B, Doja Cat, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, or Sweetie.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Cardi B, but I don't know who the winner was.
Rodney?
I think I might know this. It's Nicki Minaj, ain't it?
No, it was Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. I figured she would have. Yeah.
Meg had a pretty big year.
And she also graduated with a degree and everything.
Yeah, she got a degree. She got shot in the foot. She had a big year.
Wow. Oh, so it's based on what happened this year.
Well, no, it's based on I'm thinking it's like the Grammy, because it kind of confused me because Lil Nas X wasn't included, but I'm thinking it's based on everything, the billboards and what happened in 2021.
Oh no, but Lil Nas X was snubbed though, officially snubbed.
Yeah, because 2021, he was doing big things. He was doing big things. He got a Grammy. He won Grammys. How you win a Grammy and don't get a BET award? Come on now.
Right.
BET showed you easy.
All right. Let's see. Let's go with best. Well, no, I'm not gonna do best new artist. Album of the year. You had Silk Sonic. That's Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. Her, Tyler the Creator, Drake, Kanye West, Jasmine Sullivan, or Doja Cat. Who do you think was the winner of Album of the Year?
Yeah.
Nikita.
Kanye.
Okay, she said Kanye. Okay, well, we know what Jonathan thinks. Silk Sonic. What do you think?
I love Silk Sonic. That's my
I know it's Silk Sonic. I saw this one, but I'm trying to figure out how Doja Cat got on the list.
Well, last year Doja Cat had a pretty big year. She had a pretty big year.
She an internet star, ain't she?
Well, she popped off with this song called "I'm a Cow." Well, I'm a cow. B word, I'm a cow, which was a joke. It was a video she made. Talking about her body, because she's not, a skinny girl. She's a curvy girl. And she was like, yeah, I'm a cow. I'm going to eat what I want to eat. And it was a joke. And she blew up. and now she has a whole she got a whole deal with a record label. So as far as sales and hitting Billboard numbers, she had a pretty year. She real big. Okay, so we got Nikita and Jonathan Slocum on here. And I know that y'all moved away from the gospel titles, but I got to ask you this. The Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspiration Award. Who do you think won this? So we had Marvin Sapp for All in Your Hands, Kanye West, Come to Life, Kelly Rice, Grace, Fred Hammond, Hallelujah, Her, and Taryn Wells for Hold Us Together, Election Worship, and Maverick City. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. I'm not even about to try. Lil Baby X and Kirk Franklin, We Win. Who do you think won?
Ooh.
Well, I saw that category, so I already know. You know, so.
Right, Lord, I don't know these categories.
That's how I felt too about some of this. I'm like, I don't even know these people.
Because I ain't know half these here peoples. That's my grandma say an S on everything. Who these peoples? I'm gonna say Kanye again.
Can you say Kanye?
Yeah, probably because I got him in my prayers. That's probably what it is.
Rodney, who do you think?
I'm gonna say that Kirk Franklin one. I think they're the ones that won.
Yeah, Lil Baby, and Kirk Franklin, we won. They were the winners, and of course, Kirk Franklin performed, so you know he had to get an award if he was coming.
So also, what happened is, I'm gonna try not to go there, but
go there.
But Kirk decided that he wanted to give his trophy to Maverick City. He brought them up on stage and said they're the next space in the next generation, and he wanted to pass the baton to them. I have an issue with all of that, but I won't discuss that because it's my opinion. But more importantly, it's the Bobby Jones Gospel Award, and he got no mention. I got a problem with that. You know, if I'm gonna get a Rodney Perry Comedy Award, I'm gonna thank Rodney Perry for opening the doors for me. You know, I gotta say that. But there was no mention of him, and he's been so disregarded and disrespected. I will always give Bobby Jones props because he's the first person that ever put me on TV without even knowing who I was. That's how gospel comedy started, through Bobby Jones. And he opened the door for a ton of gospel artists. But every time they get Grammys and that White People Award, they just forget about Bobby Jones. And I want to say right now, if anybody's watching, kudos to Bobby Jones. Thank you for what you contributed to the industry.
Well said, Jonathan, man. Shouts out to the great Bobby Jones, man. He told me, he said, Rodney Perry, you're funny, man. I like you.
You sound just like you.
Hey, how about this? Let's take a break. We come back. I got my interview for today, my first interview. Cannot wait to talk to this lady. She's an actress. She's an amazing human being. And we'll bring her in here in a few minutes. Her name is Patrice Fisher. You'll love her. I see one of the ladies in the chat from Miss V's party. Hey, what'd she say? She said, "Good morning, Rodney Perry. My face still hurts from laughing so hard at your civil rights and naked pearl joke." I don't know what that was. At V's party. So it was a gentleman that was serving us because they had like a buffet style dinner. And he was every bit of y'all, easily 100, 200 years old. And it was a lot. Let's take a break. We come back. We're going to talk to Patrice.
What do an aerospace engineer, cancer immunologist, and bat scientist all have in common? We all have cool jobs in STEM fields. Whether it's building robots or learning to code, girls everywhere are finding their passion for science, technology, engineering, and math through positive role models and mentors. So dare to dive in, get connected, and explore. You never know what your future may hold. Learn more about these and even more cool jobs at shecanstem.com.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let BePublished.org publish and promote your work for less. BePublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. BePublished.org. 972-880-8316.
What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. My guest today, we've been friends for a number of years. How lucky am I? She hails from Texas, the great state of Texas. She's light-skinned. Welcome to the show, Miss Patrice Fisher.
Oh my God, you have why introduce me as light-skinned?
As light-skinned. Out of all the stuff, all your accolades. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. You know, I'm a huge fan. You're working on something right now.
I just came off of something, and then I'm quietly creating stuff. So we'll see.
Let's talk about that, Patrice, because I mean, you've been a star of many things over the years, but now we come into this era of girl power. Talk to me about producing, directing, creating, and how that plays into your future.
Producing, directing, and creating. Well, first of all, it's very difficult as a woman. And shout out to all the women out there that are doing it. Sally Richardson, all the female directors out there, all the producers that are creating content, because it's not easy. And when you get a project done, it's a win. It's a win for the whole team. It's a win for everyone. But it's not an easy thing. So each step that you take to create something is like birthing. And if you're handing your baby over for people to criticize,
or whatever,
down, to enjoy it. Hopefully you do enjoy it,
Wow, man. Always a pleasure. Your resume is long and massive. But what I noticed is you've never been typecast. Like, I mean, you did the Zane Chronicles, and that had, it's adult overtones, but I never felt like, I always felt like you could do whatever you wanted to do. How have you been able to kind of conquer that in a world where people always want to put you in a box?
Ooh, that's a good question. Thank you. I just don't fit in a box, and I rebel against it. I'm a rebel. So when I started my journey in this career, I was a video girl and I was doing extra work. So I would show up on set and they would try to put me in a box, and it didn't work. So I got a chance to go out on an audition, a principal audition for HBO, and that was for Stranger Inside. And so I played the prison girl in Stranger Inside, and then it just launched from there. I don't fit in a box. I can be Latina, I can be Black, I can be, any kind of ethnicity, British. So I just don't fit in one. And I like that. I am an empty vessel ready to tell a story for you.
Wow. You do a lot of drama. Like, can we see you do some comedy? Because I know you got the comedy chops.
You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny?
You stupid.
I agree.
And people, I think people would love to see you, heading up a sitcom or something like that. Is that something that maybe we'll see in the future?
Yes, I'm working on that. I don't think most people understand how goofy I really am. So unless you get to know me. Would you agree?
I completely agree. Mm-hmm. I was like, how come this lady ain't doing comedy somewhere, man? Because it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. We love Saints and Sinners. We love First Kill, the Dope Stick. What's the Dope Stick?
Dope Sick, not the Dope Stick. Dope Sick.
Oh, Dope Sick.
Huh? I got a chance to be on screen with the legend Michael Keaton before he retired.
Get out of here.
Isn't that cool? I don't care how big, small your role is, but when you get to be on screen with a legend, yeah.
Wow. So, man, tell me this. What do you want?
What do I want? I want to continue to create. I want to be able to create and bring in new talent, because we're like, talent is dropping like flies, and who's stepping in their place? Who is putting other people on? I want to get into a position where I can put other people on, other talent, other brown skin talent.
I love that. I love that. You just said it. You can play everything. Can I talk to Patrice Fisher, the Brit?
The Brits. Would you like to talk to the Brit today?
Get out of here!
You do know my mom is British, yeah? From Rose Hill.
No.
Yeah, she grew up in Rose Hill.
Get out of here.
That's a very little known fact.
Get out of here. So you got that honest then.
Yeah.
And what about Patrice the Jamaican?
I don't listen. I don't play with that. I can't play with the Jamaican accent. I can't do it. I have tried over and over again. It's just not in me.
you probably just need to hear it. Like I can do different dialects, but I gotta hear it like right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I can hear it now, I can mimic it. But if I can't hear it, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I want to bring my co-host in, Jonathan Slocum, Nikita B. Yeah.
Hey, Patrice Fisher.
Hi.
Shiny, you can
You
join
are
us.
a cutie pie.
Oh, thank you. I
Wow.
received that. Hey.
Patrice has been killing the industry for so long, and I'm honored to have her come on the show today. I wanted to make sure you guys got a chance to ask her any questions that might have come to mind. Being a woman and navigating this game, Patrice. I mean, how hard is it, man, to be a pretty girl?
I wasn't ready for that question. I'm gonna start out by saying it's not easy. I don't care who says what. It is not easy to be perceived as attractive. There is so much more to me than my cara. So I have soul. I have both feet on the ground. I'm a solid human. If I got your back, I got your back. I'm a creative. I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I was a wife. I'm single now. So many facets to me, other than my cara. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's interesting for you to break it down that way because, we all walk around under the presumption that life is easier for beautiful people. And that's not always true.
No, because people think they know you and they don't. I wake up, I put my feet in my pajamas like everybody else if I got some on. I put makeup on so I don't show up ghostly on your screen. It's the same thing.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, speaking of putting your makeup on, Shiny Scott, go to Patrice's Instagram.
Oh, here we go.
Cause she don't always be dressed.
That wasn't my fault.
Patrice,
it wasn't my fault.
I've been on your page for 3 days. Okay, look, Nikita B, you're an actress in this game we call entertainment. Anything for Patrice?
Yeah, I have a question. First of all, very nice virtually meeting you. Hope to meet you in person. But my question is this: for someone who may be seen as a beginner, is there a certain type of role or a certain type of thing that you would suggest them do first? Sometimes people, they think they know the way, but with you having the experience, you can dismiss some of that lack of knowledge.
Well, okay. So first and foremost, please, if you are a beginner in the industry, make sure that you have a working headshot and not just a picture from your phone, and a resume. You got to have a resume. I don't care if you got to make some stuff up. Make sure that you can back the stuff up that you're making up, but have a resume because this is your calling card. And right now, because of everything being virtual, people think they can slide by without the basic techniques, and basic techniques are a test of time. You have to have a pick and a resume that work.
Wow. You brought up a great point, Patrice. Go ahead, Jonathan. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to ask you, Miss Patrice Fisher.
Yes.
We as comedians, we have the person who is like the god of whatever we're doing. Like Mine is the comedian Bill Cosby, not the man, but Bill Cosby, the comedian, the actor. That's my guy. Who is the woman that most inspires you as an actress?
Oh my God.
On the top of your totem pole.
There are actually 3 of them.
Okay.
So Sonia Braga.
Who's that?
Sonia Braga. If you don't know who she is, look her up.
Okay.
Angela Bassett and Sally Richardson.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Sally Richardson, the actress, or Sally Richardson, the director?
Both, because she's doing both, and she's producing as well.
Yeah.
Well, and so is Angela Bassett, actually.
Yeah. No, I respect that. It is a difficult road. Listen, and Angela, I don't feel that Miss Angela Bassett has gotten her accolades.
Absolutely.
She has nobody has given that woman her flowers, and she is magnificent.
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. Yeah, she's awesome. I was hoping that you would say that because she's people need to speak of her more.
Yes, I agree. Let's talk about the years with Miss Angela Bassett, and she is beautiful. She is a beautiful spirit inside and out, and she is what strength embodies.
Yes, she and I are representing the 60s. Thank you very much.
Jonathan Slocum, you are not 60 years old.
I am 63 years old, my brother.
Wow.
Oh, can we just pull up my page? Wow. Be careful what you post.
You can follow this young lady. She's at Miss Patrice Fisher. She's a mommy to a lovely young daughter, which I think you can catch on this page as well. But that ain't what I was over there looking for.
You are looking for the picture that Miss Holland Reed, one of my dear friends who is a magnificent,
incredible photographer.
Yes.
Scroll up. Let's see.
There she is. All right now.
Yes, that's my beautiful daughter in the corner there.
How old is she?
She just turned 15.
Okay.
Right there.
That's what you're looking for?
Yeah, that was right there. Go Patrice.
Hey, Rodney, looks like she's wearing the same outfit right now.
I have clothes on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, but you know what's classy is it's new, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's classy, but at the same time, your imagination gets to kind of paint some pictures that just aren't there. Like when you see this image for the first time, Patrice, what are you thinking?
So let me share a piece of backstory. Miss Holland Reed and I have been friends for a very long time, and we met in LA when we were auditioning together. She transitioned to photography, and she is one of my favorite photographers because this is how she sees me. Not everybody can do this with me. This is how she sees me. So she brought the animal out in me that day. And if you look at my expression, I don't know what I'm thinking, but I ain't playing with me.
You ain't playing at all.
And which animal are you right here? I'm sorry.
I believe that this is the Black Panther that is tattooed on my shoulder. Yeah. I love this picture. It's very, it brings the inner spirit out.
Now Nikita B is married. Do you recommend she do that photo as well?
For her husband?
Everybody has an inner spirit. If you want to bring it out, go for it.
Right. Hey,
what
Rodney,
about Shiny Scott? She ain't got no shirt on right now.
I have on a shirt. I have on a dress. I got on a whole dress. It's just sleeveless. It's hot. I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas. It's like 100.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right, what about Jonathan? He got his shoulders out.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, Patrice, my inner spirit is there's a thug in me.
Oh.
Yeah, and I want him to come out. I want to beat somebody's ass so bad. I just want to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, if you got an inner thug, if you got an inner thug inside yourself, I see you in a red suit pimping with a hat and a cane.
There, that word again. That's a trigger word, pimping. You can't say.
Don't call him no pimp.
Wait, but what's funny is
I said pimping.
Same thing. But the funny thing is, I have a red suit and a hat on one of my posts of my page. Not that kind of thug. I'm talking about like you know, what's that? A Compton thug. I just, you know,
Oh, we
like
gonna
that.
We're
You know what I'm
not
saying?
mad at that. Hey, are you tuned into Rodney Perry Live? Are we talking to Miss Patrice Fisher? Patrice, what's next, sis? I mean, and how do we continue to follow you and support?
You can follow me on my official website, MsPatriceFisher.com.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got something in the works that might take me to New Zealand, so I'm crossing my fingers.
Wow.
Hey, Patrice, are you doing voiceover work with that voice?
I am. It's fun. I love it. You know, most people don't understand that I do voiceover work. I've been so if you ever go backwards and you do Vin Diesel's video games, I am an actual voice on one of his video games.
Really?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You got a great voice.
Thank you.
So who is your friend in the game and in the business that you cherish the most?
Trey Chaney.
I love Trey Chaney.
I love Trey Chaney too. His spirit is everything. He's a
great guy.
Human. Yes, he is a magnificent human. I love Russ Parr. Russ Parr is a very insightful man. He you gotta know his personality to know if he's joking or if he's not.
Right. So did you meet Trey on Saints and Sinners?
I did.
Yeah. Just a great guy.
Yeah, we got closer, and his drive is everything. His family values are everything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. People don't know Patrice, the mommy. You know, everybody see the glamorous actress, da 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 da. What does your daughter know that her mommy is important?
She kind of does. I try to keep her out of it, honestly, because there's a specific side that I don't think she's ready for yet. So I try to keep her out of it. She just knows that people recognize me and that I'm a recognizable face, which is beautiful.
Right.
And I've tried to keep her out of this industry because this industry, if you ain't ready, it'll break your heart. So.
All right, last question.
How old is your daughter?
She just turned 15.
So her friends don't search you on social media and talk about you to her?
The people who know me know that I am able to run under the radar very well. I don't know how I do it, but I do. Okay. So no, they don't search me.
I want to ask all you ladies this, man. They just overturned Roe versus Wade.
Oh,
are you all in an uproar? And how as men can we do our part? You know, like Jonathan and I.
And vote. Make sure you're voting. Make sure you're explaining to the younger generation the importance of voting. But what we got to understand too about Roe versus Wade, them overturning it, put it back on the states. So the important thing is to vote and to know who you're voting for. Learn about your candidates. Find out what they believe, you know, what they stand for, what they don't stand for, and participate in your local election because that's what's going to make the difference.
Wow, Nikita B, what's your thoughts?
My thing is this as well too, is understanding that Roe versus Wade covers more than just one thing. I think sometimes we magnify one topic so much that we think that that's all it encompasses, and we ignore the fact or negate the fact that there's 5 other subtopics under there of different people that'll be affected in different ways. So knowing what something is and what it means, I think that's very important.
Wow. I did not know.
Give you the last word, Patrice.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly support that statement. This is people's legacies just got overturned. People who worked for a specific all their life, a freedom all their life is negated. How does that happen? You tell me how that happens. How does the general population of government decide, oh, we're going to take back that freedom? How is that okay?
Yeah.
Everybody's screaming Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if you've ever watched that, but that is where we're headed. And it makes me sad because I have a daughter. And I constantly find, it difficult to protect her. And I feed her as much information as I can within her age range, but this is a big one.
Wow.
You know, and education is everything. Voting is everything, but we're in an unprecedented time that I'm sitting back going, wow, a legacy just got overturned. How does that happen?
Wow. That's crazy. You're right. How does it happen?
Well, because of the Supreme Court judges that we have. So that's why I say voting. Because when Trump was in office, he had the opportunity to put in certain justices. So that's why it was a 6-3 vote or something like that. I can't remember the number, but that's why. And then I can't think of the lady's name, but the judge, she was like 80 something years old. She was a Democrat. She passed. Ruth. Yeah, she passed. So we missed her vote. So it's important that we understand at the local level, you got to vote not only at the local level, and then when it's time for the presidential, like don't take that as, well, my vote don't count. It don't matter. It matters because it's mattering now. Because like now this happened. So what else can they overturn?
Right.
Wow.
And that's scary, right?
Yeah, it touches us closer than what we really know. And then the whole thing, the young lady, Roe ain't even her name. Come to find out, she never had an abortion. She got all 3 of her kids.
What?
She agrees with this decision. So you gotta research and do more than just look at TikTok and Instagram to get this stuff from people actually read. There's still libraries out there. There's books. There's still newspaper. You can still pull periodicals and read. Like that is so important to read for yourself.
Wow. Well said.
Say that again. Don't get all of your information off TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm so right now because that's where they go.
And another thing too, Rodney, I am huge on people having that that self-awareness and them knowing that they are worth it and knowing that they are valuable, because people need to understand that their voice matters. And when people don't think that they matter, they don't do things that matter.
Right.
Because they don't find the significance within themselves. And a lot of times too, we'll feel frustrated with them because we like, well, they need to pick it up on their own, or they need to learn on their own. You got to do better than this. That was the old school way of thinking, and it does have validity now. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes the ones that do know and the ones who do have a wealth of knowledge, you have to be willing to have that conversation with the ones that you may regularly in your mind say they get on your nerves or they have no clue. Well, if you meet somebody that's clueless and you have all the clues in your hand, why not share one? You know what I'm saying? And then you have to make it relatable. If a person in their mind feel like, well, the stuff with abortions, I'm not moved by that. They can do what they want to do or whatever. But there's something else in there that's relatable to them. It'll click. I can guarantee you that when you go to house and they ain't trying to hear nothing about abortions or whatever to a woman that's got 8 kids. But if you tell her that this particular bill over here is going to take all your benefits, and you're gonna have to figure this thing out for you and all of your 8 kids, then their ears are open. So I think a huge part of that is finding a way to communicate with people in a way that they can relate to it, so they'll know that this can have some kind of recourse for me as well. And then they'll find it important. People do not care until they know how much you care.
Wow, well said, Nikita. Hey, my guest for today, Miss Patrice Fisher. Patrice, I cannot thank you enough for popping in here, hanging out with us for a little while. Man, such an honor and a privilege. I'm claiming it ahead of time. You're headed to New Zealand to work on this incredible project, and we're super excited for you. And you got a final word.
My final word is, can we just love each other and support each other in this difficult time of humanity, please? And whatever you do, please understand that there is something shifting on this earth. Without resources, without the earth being in balance, we are in trouble. So understand that as you go through your daily life, please.
Wow. Hey, my name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We come back, more show. That's Patrice Fisher. Y'all better follow her.
Get ready for America's #1 What? Hey! Make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
Y'all, you're here with your boy, the legendary Rodney Perry. Now, I got a new tour I'm starting. It occurred to me something. I was watching, of course, I watch my peers all the time. And I had been really paying attention to Michael Blackson. Mike, if you get a chance to see this, man, I'm a fan. I'm a fan for a lot of reasons, but for this reason, mostly. Michael Blackson did something probably a decade ago that is biblical, kind of. In the Bible, it says, speak things that were not as though they were. And Michael Blackson, over a decade ago, began to say, I'm rich. He began to say, I'm rich. I'm rich. He said every time you would see him, he would talk about how rich he was. He rarely says that anymore because guess what? Michael Blackson is rich. How crazy is that? So I will be embarking on the I'm Rich comedy tour starting in September. You must claim it. I fell asleep the other day and I don't know who turned on Steve Harvey, but he was doing a motivational speech in Jamaica somewhere, and his words echoed in my ears as I was sleeping. You change your mind, you change your situation. I want to bring on my friend, my colleague, Jonathan Slocum. Sloke, welcome to the show, man. Thank you for coming on, man.
What's happening, RP? Dark
Talk to me about your longevity, man. How have you been able to exist in a business that eat people up and spit them out, chew them up and spit them out?
You know what, man? It's no real formula. I don't know. I just know that one thing for sure is I have lived on the concept of favor. Everything that's ever happened to me has just been by favor, man. If you live right, people will see you in that light, and you know God will open doors through these people when they see it. So, unfortunately, not once unfortunately, I don't have the stories that most comedians have. I ain't never done the Chitlin circuit, and I ain't never drove 5 hours somewhere, and then the promoter didn't pay. Ain't never had none of that.
None of that.
Not one. Well, one time I did, but that's it. You know, and so I'm not greedy. You know, money to me is overrated. People think I have a whole lot of money because of the way I present myself, but I just live, you know, very modestly. But yet I guess the inner parts of me is just, it's sophisticated and it's luxurious, you know, so it comes off that way. There's work all over the world for us. I don't do any beefing with nobody. The only time I had any kind of beef, it was just me. It was a one-sided beef against somebody that didn't have a beef with me, but I thought they did. So I spent years having a personal beef with Steve Harvey.
Really?
Steve Harvey had no beef with me, but I thought he did. So I spent so many years.
How did you reconcile the whole thing? Because he didn't know he was beefing, you beefing. How did you figure that out?
So here's what happened. The short of it is, when I was married, and I can now say this with validity, that I prohibited myself from my career growing because all I wanted to do was see Steve Harvey fail. Because I thought that everything he had, I should have. And if he had it, he should bring me along for the ride because I did, supposedly introduced him into this whole faith world. He didn't talk about God until he met me. And I said, because of that, I should be your man. But it didn't happen that way. And now I now know it was not intentional. When you get really busy, certain things you don't think about anymore.
Right.
So,
but how about this? Maybe that's your seed into the kingdom, though. You know what I mean? Because, if you help a brother get saved, that's a big deal.
No, I didn't help him get saved. Steve is all about money and business.
True.
And he did see that I had an audience. When I was on the Steve Harvey show, we'd be in this trailer talking for hours during breaks. And he saw I had an audience. He's like, wow. He wanted to be a part of the audience. And preachers want to be celebrities. So T.D. Jakes loved, Steve Harvey. And I introduced him. And then, boom, he got on MegaFest. And it kind of started from there. So years later, I'm divorced. And God just told me, you got to fix that with Steve Harvey, period. So I had lost my job. I won't say lost. I can stop saying these negative words. I was no longer hosting the main stage at Essence Festival. I did it for 7 straight years. Longest run host ever. But then they had to have a radio partnership. So they got with the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Consequently, nephew
Tommy got it, yeah.
Tommy. And so I was just upset. But I got hired by Verizon and I think Coca-Cola to do something at Essence. I went there. I said, I'm going to go talk to Steve. I'm going to set this straight. So I go to where he's speaking. I go to the back, go near the backstage. His security met me. Said, what you want, Slocum? Like that. Need to speak to Steve. He said, man, we ain't trying to start now. I said, no, not like that. Told him my spiel. He said, all right, when he finished, I'll let him know. Just wait right here. So I waited. I saw them come off the stage. Steve went the other way. He had another thing to do. My man said, hold on. So about an hour later, Steve came back, saw him come around the corner, fist clenched. He's like, what you want, Slope? Man, I immediately just got down on my knees like this. I said, man, forgive me, brother. I thought that you had a problem with me and I was upset. I was jealous. I was envious. I was wrong. Please forgive me. He brought me up. We crying. And he said, I knew something was up. He had heard things I had said. He said, I tell anybody, you were one of the most righteous people I know. Why? I said, bro, it was just me. I just felt entitled. I felt bad. And I want to, and man, we hugged, and I haven't seen him since that time. But the slate is clean,
Right.
So people got to do that instead of having beef. Just go to the person and talk it out.
Dude, that is so powerful, Jonathan, man. And how about the courageous nature of it for you to even have the wherewithal to go to the guy? Because your pride could have kicked in and you'd be like, you know what? I forgive him, but I ain't gotta tell him nothing.
Oh no, he had to know, and I had to be clear within myself. I couldn't just say it and then be done with it. I wanted to see him, let him see my face, and let him see I'm crying, he's crying, So we had a brotherhood, man. I didn't want that to end. When you have a brother, and he's the only one I really, really know in the industry like that, And I look forward to seeing him again, man. He's a special guy. Now I love him even more, and I love what he's doing.
And you go back to the Steve Harvey show where you was part of the High Towers,
High Towers.
I mean, talk to me about that time, man, on TV, being in people's living rooms every day. That had to be a crazy moment.
But it's still crazy to this day, Rodney, because when they have the repeats of it on these various networks. So Steve's former manager, Juan Hull, called me up one day and said, we having auditions for the show, The High Tops. And I came in to read the part that TK Carter and DC Curry did. So they said, no, read this other part. So I became Clyde the Slide, the Stuck in the 70s member of the group, man. And we went in to do one episode and we all ended up doing I think we did 7 total because people love the High Tops.
Right.
And being Clyde was like probably the biggest part of my whole career because I had a chance to be somebody other than me.
Yeah.
And I played a character that everybody in the Black community, everybody knows a Clyde. He's that guy who's stuck in the 70s and still think he's fly and still wearing 70s clothes, man. It was just best of times. Cedric the Entertainer and Wendy Raquel Robinson, man. Great people.
Hey, you're connected to the future now with our boy Kev on stage. Dude, that's a big deal, Jonathan. Kev on stage to me is the future of entertainment. You're over there on his app doing stuff over there. Talk to me about that project, bro.
So you're talking about speaking things into existence, right?
Yeah.
I was with my friend at the time. We were in DC to see Anita Baker's last concert, and she's finishing the concert. She gives Kev on stage a shout out from the stage. He stands up and waves. I go up to him after the show. I walking towards him. He goes like this, "Oh my God." And we hug. I introduce myself. He said, "I know who you are. You're my, one of my people I looked up to."
You hear church boy. Yeah.
And then we took a picture together and we looked similar. And I said, "One day I'm gonna play your daddy. Watch." He said, "Man, you crazy." Fast forward, he has Kev on Stage Studios, and he had this pet project that he wrote years ago called Churchy, and I play his father.
Wow.
And it wasn't even an audition. He said, "You are my father." And he has this brilliance, man. The pandemic did some bad things to people, but it did many great things for people, and he's one of them.
Yes,
these young minds are amazing. I tell all my old cats, you better get some young minds in your camp in some way. So it's been a blessing, man. We did a whole season of Churchy on his own platform, which is Kev on Stage Studios. If you don't have the app, please get it. And
I have the app. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it'll be premiering sometime this year, man. It's a great, great, great time.
Jonathan Slocum, man, I cannot thank you for coming on enough, bro. How do you want people to look at you, man?
Well, so, I'm synonymous with clean comedy, of which I do. That's intentional. When I'm with the fellas, my language is a little bit different, as you well know. But this is part of who I am. So just people to just know I'm the guy that I believe in people getting, their money's worth when they come to see me. So therefore, my presentation is in front of people who want to see funny, but who paid money. So I dress a certain way, like the old school. I do it that way. Yeah. I care about the audience. I care about people. I want people to laugh at or laugh every day, not laugh at something to make them laugh, but laughter is really healing, like a medicine, like the Bible says. Mm-hmm. And if I'm a catalyst for that, then I have done my job. My purpose is to bring smiles and laughter to people's lives and do it in a way that's not offensive. And offensive is relative because, I've been in shows, people say, "I wish you cuss, man." Because they ask me to cuss.
Really?
They're offended that I don't cuss. How dare you not cuss? Unoffensive is relative. So at the end of the day, I'm in this era, I'm in this age where people want us to fall off because of the age, the number. But I got so much more to do. There's a lot to do. I've embraced the fact that I am a legend. I used to be afraid to say that.
Yes.
It sounded arrogant, but I am that, because I opened a lot of doors for a lot of people. And there's more to come. I know that I am definitely.
I would say this. You're absolutely the king of comedy as it relates to gospel comedy. Because it didn't exist before you.
I've finally accepted that because me and you know who Broderick Rice is?
I know Broderick, but Broderick wasn't no damn Jonathan Slocum.
Well, here's the difference. Broderick was on the West Coast. I was here.
Yeah.
I signed with Warner Brothers. I did my first comedy record on Warner Brothers. It was major. I had a 5-record deal. That division of Warner closed eventually, but I still did my first record there. And I had the backing of Warner Brothers. So everybody knew about John. Chris Rock speaks about me. People know who I am because of that. And so, yes, I've accepted the fact that I have, I've reached the highest level as far as beginnings of that genre of comedy. So I accept that, and I know that to be true. Comedians like Lou Rel and Tony Robbins, these cats say, "Man, I was watching you." Nick Cannon said, "My mom won't let me listen to nobody but you."
Right.
So I know I know that I've done some things, and I accept that.
Wow. Hey, man, the myth, the legend himself. He's on the show. Jonathan Slocum. The glasses are ready. He can't see, but he can make your ass laugh. Look, tell you what, we're gonna take a break.
Look. I got my own brand of glasses, man.
Oh, I couldn't see that.
Yeah, I got my line coming out.
I like that, Jonathan.
Jonathan Slocum Eyewear.
I said I got the LASIK, so you got to write on my eyeball. All right, we're gonna take a break. We come back. More of the show. Jonathan Slocum, man. Thank you, bro. We'll be right back.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
Let me get my hat together. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me next is absolutely one of my friends. Look, I look silly with my hat back on my phone. One of my friends, she's a flat out funny lady. Goodness gracious, man. I'm about to cry. You know that, right? We lost my mom a few years back, and you know when you're going through personal stuff, you know we pass like ships in the night with comics sometimes, and Nikita B said, "Rodney, I'm gonna be there," and I thought she was playing, but her and her husband jumped in their car. They rode to Minden, Louisiana, and I looked in that church and I seen my friend. And you shared a moment with me that I'll never forget. I don't know if I ever said thank you because I was in it at that moment, but now that I'm just thinking about it, man, you're an angel to me, sis, and I will never forget that. And you know, if there's ever anything I can do, you let me know. Because you know.
And because I know and I knew what you was about to experience because I've already experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I just heard, it wasn't a question. I knew I was going to be there because some things people don't know they need. I knew you needed to see a face. You need to do more than hear a voice. You need to see a face. So I told Terrence, I said, we got to be there. And so we made it happen. Like, and you are such an amazing person. So like, we can't skip over the fact that you are such a dope person that we would even get in the car to come. Some people won't go across town to go and show respect. Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, nothing but love.
I do a joke about that date now. So, as you know, I eulogize my mom. And wow, you were there. Shit. It's crazy to me. And maybe the toughest thing I've ever done. But I eulogize my mom, and low key, I killed it.
You killed it. High key, you killed it.
Look, I killed it. Why the pastor that run that church come to me? Hey, brother, first of all, paying all respect, due respect to your mama. But are you available in 2 weeks? I said, what? You trying to book me at my mother's funeral? You lousy mother. How dare you, stupid? You will never come to me. How much?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I did that gig, right? I went back to Minden, Louisiana by myself. I didn't have my kids. I didn't have my family. And my mama was waiting in that little city for me. You talk about emotionally, like I walked on that stage, I couldn't keep it together. I could not keep it together, but I needed that too. I definitely needed that too. I'm gonna bring him back in 30 at 30, Shannon Scott. But enough of me. How are you able to navigate being a wife, being a mother, vibrant children? I love to see how you share them on social media. How are you able to navigate all this stuff so effortlessly, Nikita B?
I think what it is, I've gotten really good at what I want people to see. I've gotten real good at what I want people to see because it's hell backstage. You hear me? People don't see you running and stomping your toe and wardrobe malfunctions and you trying to get stuff situated and things falling apart right before they call your name. That's what I compare life to, that backstage stuff that people don't see. So what I do is I polish it in such a way so that when I present it on the stage, that people will know and understand I go through stuff too. But a lot of times people want to show you in their brokenness. They want to show you the despair. They want to show you the terrible part. And then when you do that though, Rodney, you are literally swapping trauma. You don't give them a way out. You don't show them that there's another look on the other side. So I make sure that I am intentional with showing up with the other side version of me. Sometimes I let it show and I'm like, hey, this dude right here, or have y'all went through this before? But I found a way to present it in a way where it won't be detrimental to my family. It won't cause a bigger wedge, because sometimes you done seen in videos when the mom put the kids or the husband or the family on blast and like it's embarrassing. Yeah, I'm just gonna never be that person, but I'm definitely gonna share some super stupid stories with you to let you know that foolishness resides in all.
Where did your phony come from? Like, cause it's got to be somebody. It's where it come from.
It come from my grandfather, my mom's dad.
Okay.
When I tell you he was hilarious, and he always had a pint of gin in his back pocket. And I'll never forget the funniest thing that I heard him say coming up. But he was always comical though, but he cussed a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, he cussed a lot. My God. The man said, you know what? I'm going to knock your GDT out your mouth. He said, MF, if you going to hit my teeth, you got to hit my pocket. Because he wore dentures. And he always felt. And I was like, that is genius. But I didn't know that he had dentures. You know what I mean? But it was just the fact that he was just witty on top of it. And it definitely came from my grandfather. He was hilarious.
Wow. Let me ask you this, because I don't know this. Are you an athlete?
I did play basketball.
Oh, you who?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see Nikita B, you're a tall woman. I'm like, is she a track star? Did she high jump? Did she hurdle? But you was a basketball player.
Yeah, I was a basketball player. And I'm going to tell you the silliness, though. I always wanted to run track, but I didn't because I didn't want to wear them teeny shorts. I can't make it up.
I question them shorts all the time. My daughter run track. I'm like, why the girls out here in their drawers and the boys got motherfucking, a whole. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah, but see, you got to think about it. Them boys got to hold things together. They got to press down. You know what I mean? Can you imagine short shorts? And then, oh my, yeah. Now you got to talk about something different in the car going home.
So funny, man. Funny. What do you want? What's next? What do you want next?
You know what I want, Rodney? I want to be able to expand my platform in a way, not only that I'm a household name, but I want it to be more than that. Like, I love radio. People don't know that, but I do. I love radio, but I always see myself on the big screen. So like that is where I wanna be, but my method of getting there is me being able to produce my own tours now. And see, my tours are different because, of course, we coming with the comedy, but you're going to leave with your mind thinking about something else too. You know what I mean? So it's almost like when when hope and humor align, that's what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want. I want to be able to bring people out and fill seats because number one, I know I'm doing something right. And number two, I know that those people are going to be impacted. You know what I mean? So that's what I really want.
I watch you on your social media, and you definitely have a motivational arm as to what you do. So is that something that's just inherent in you, or did you have to work at that part?
No, that's inherited for sure. You know, my dad comes from my dad. My dad is a Southern Baptist pastor, honey. But even with, I mean, like when I tell you, he always had a different perspective. He always had a different way for you to look at something. He always had this. It was to a fault though. I'm like, Daddy, like for real, like you don't even fast for them because you know some things come with fasting, praying, and I'm a fast with you. I just seen these at the buffet, Daddy. Go ahead and eat you something. You know what I'm saying? Like what? But like he's so humble and meek. But I struggled with depression. I struggled with suicidal ideations. I struggled in a dark place for years in my life. And I was always afraid to talk about it because it's demonized in our culture. Like, you don't think about it. That's what white people do. That's what they would always say. No, and you didn't need counseling. You needed a whooping, you needed to use the bathroom, or you needed a nap. It was never go get therapy. You know what I mean? So because I know that, with everything in me, I want to make sure that other people know there's a better way out. To let them know that it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. That's where that part comes. Because the comedy was like the open door to give me the confidence to talk about what I've been wanting to say anyway.
Wow, man. I love your platform. I love everything you stand for. You were so eloquent. Talking about Roe versus Wade at the bottom of the last hour. I mean, you worked in medicine, so you got to see women, you know, dealing with the toughest things. So unpack that again for me a little bit, from a medical perspective. Like, what should we be doing, you know, to help our women as they mature and end up in this space?
Right. So the first, I always tell people three things. Number one, we have to start being honest. We covered up so much because of the whole what goes on in this house stays in this house, and the whole like we may think a certain way or think of certain things, but whenever they bring it up, we want to dismiss it or dispel it because we don't want to have a conversation. But you have to remember, just because you don't have the conversation, don't mean them babies not having it. It doesn't mean the conversation is not had. And if they are looking for an answer, they will find it. But the bad part about that is the person they find that answer in is probably 9 times out of 10 going to be somebody that the enemy is working through. So why not be their recourse? Why not be their soft place to land? So number one, you got to be honest with these babies, period. Number two, how about being transparent? Oh, stop doing that with your fast self. You need to quit that. There wasn't cameras out when like social media went out when in the book of Uncle Luke. Huh? You don't see their mama the same. Do you understand? When they were telling her, scrub the ground, baby, please. Where's my scrubber? Huh? So you have to be transparent. You over there, and then I see so many women calling their daughters hoes and coming out the mouth crazy, but you ain't gonna tell her you had a whole ministry. Like, let's get it together, mama. You got it together now, but baby, you was out there.
What's the whole ministry?
A whole ministry is whenever you make yourself available. It's like community service. That's why I told my son, what you will not be is street meat. Because it goes for the boys too. He just out there, honey, just excited that whosoever will, let them come. I said, when they say that in church, that is not what they meant, son. I need you to get it together, right? But then I also help him to reflect. When you do that, it's because you got low self-esteem. It ain't because you value yourself.
Yeah.
It ain't because you feel like you are amazing, because you feel like you're not enough. If you can get more people to come and attach themselves to you, it boosts your confidence. You understand?
Wow.
So whenever you number one, tell the truth. Number two, be transparent. Number three, be willing to teach somebody else. T3, baby. Teach somebody else. Somebody that don't know. Well, that's on such and such to tell them that ain't my business. It is your business.
It is your business.
It is your business.
And how about this, Nikita? We recognize the fact that our daughters have been molested. We recognize that. But a lot of times our boys have been molested. Our boys, I think D. Ray Davis said recently in the interview, talking about a woman that took advantage of him as a boy. I got a friend of mine that was taken advantage of as a boy. Guess what? He was opened up to sex way sooner than he should have been. And now he can't have no regular relationship. You know, he can't even begin to not think about sex every minute of his life because he opened himself up too soon to adult activity. And so you'd be surprised, there's a lot of men out there, and not making no excuses, ladies, but I'm just saying these men are damaged goods. And you got to be wary about that as you deal with them. Wow.
The thing though, I'm real mindful of the words that I use. Number one, even with saying that they are damaged goods, right? They might be dented a little bit because they need to understand that even damaged goods, they still hold value,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
But mentally, if you say that, you're going to feel like there's no help, there's no hope, but there's both, right? But I went through the 3 T's. That last one is one that I talk about sometimes I don't, depending on the platform. But this one especially, it's therapy. We want to figure it out ourselves. But if you are only as knowledgeable as your highest level of comprehension. So if you don't have the information on the inside of you, whenever you go to pull from it, how you gonna do it? You only can pull out what's in there. So when you go there to pull and you got trauma, you got frustration, you got overwhelmed, you got anger because how didn't you notice this? You got embarrassment because I'm a boy now, I have these impure thoughts, and I got thoughts that I know that I normally wouldn't have about other people. Maybe it's the same sex person. You just don't know. And they dealing with this. And then they try to overcompensate to try to quieten the noise. When what really needs to happen is you need to go to somebody who is skilled in this, professional in this, and they know the psychological realm that you're in to be able to help you to cope with a thing, to be able to get through it. We want to get over it. We want to get under it because it don't feel good going through. And then when we start going through, we just sit there and we suffer. But you know why we suffer, Rodney? Because we continue. Life is like a slideshow. It only moves with pictures. Like literally, that's how the brain works. The brain cannot work in the future. It's not designed to do that way. That's why you need the faith, the evidence of things hoped, the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. The brain cannot work in the future. The only thing the brain can do is when you have an idea, you having a picture, it will bring things from your past to validate what you're seeing. That's why if you've never experienced it before, visualization is huge. You have to see this thing. And when you see it, you got to make new memories. You got to create new evidence to make this true. And if you don't have it within yourself, what you do is find somebody else who's already done it. Find somebody else who's already had that success. And then you have evidence now that is so. All you need is evidence. And your brain is going to give you more of it. What you focus on, you get more of. Wow. Simple as that.
Oh my God. Nikita B, tell me you got a book coming out.
I will soon.
Nikita B, stop playing. Stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
Write this book. And you don't have to actually write it, you can dictate it.
Yeah. But you know I'm good in Southern, so baby, by the time I dictate it, they be calling me back, talking about what were you saying here, baby? I done said launch, and they well, are you saying lunch or launch? Like,
if Rodney Perry can do it, you can do it. Because my mouth is way more black than yours. you got some good dicks. You went to college, you are educated, you got a degree, you are a nurse, you know. This right here,
Yeah.
if that computer understand me, it damn sure gonna understand you.
Listen, oh, you know what too I was thinking about? Like, cause you already know you freaking hilarious. Like you perform, like if somebody comes to you, they gonna laugh and be entertained. Everybody cannot do that. I watched one of your shows one time, I got tired from the audience. You hear me? Like I'm like, God dog, but it was so inspiring. But I want to plant this in your ear though. The platform that you are on and the dopeness that you have, when people are laughing, they're listening. So anytime you are on that stage, I don't care if it's just one sentence, you got to give that invitation of hope to your people. You got to let them know how amazing he is. When you don't do that, he's looking at you like, oh, that's what we're doing? Okay. I'm telling you from experience, because he said that he wants us to do good works. You are a professional comedian. As an actor, you can't do that because you got to go by their script. But on stage, you writing your own. So how can we not include his name in it? How can we not? We don't have to make a revival. You don't have to make it, whatever, but you're so relatable. And then being able to slide that in there, I'm telling you, he'll be like, yep, let me go ahead and open this other door that he didn't even know about. Let me open that for him just for obedience.
Wow, you just gave me a word. Wow. That's wow. Whew. All right. Hey y'all, you never know when Jesus is gonna pick his head in. My name is Rodney Perry. You tune in to Rodney Perry Live. That's Nikita B. That other gentleman, the Jonathan Slocum. We're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to bring in my man, Jordan Jackson, and we're going to all discuss the internet and its impact on what we do. We'll be right back. My name is Rodney Perry. I got Jesus.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Saying to yourself, what is Media Room 360? Well, Media Room 360 is my friend Shani Scott on air. It's a platform. You can look, it's an app, it's everything. Shani Scott, tell the folks about Media Room 360 before we get to this next chat.
Oh, Media Room 360 is a 24/7 streaming platform that airs podcasts, that airs features, shorts, whatever creators have to bring to the platform. It goes into 40 million homes daily via Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, the iOS platform, and Google Play. And then it's also, you can catch it on Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn Live, YouTube, and Facebook Live. Well, I'm in Facebook jail right now. They didn't want to let me be great. The numbers were getting too big. So
I see one of my Facebooks ain't up here.
They tried to slow a sister down. Well, on the Media Room page, your page is working, but anything attached to me, they like, nope.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, and if you're tuned in now and you're on my Facebook, the stars are available now. You can purchase a star, and if you want to support the show, support Rodney Perry, please purchase a star. I appreciate that. Nikita B, you know about the stars.
Oh yeah, I thank God for the stars. Listen, you need to make sure you encourage the folk to go ahead and get the stars and stuff. Listen, I always remember this, y'all. People need to be told what to do, and sometimes they don't even know they can do it. So I help them help themselves.
And how do stars work, Nikita B?
literally they go and they can buy a package of stars. And stars are very cheap. Like literally they are pennies on a dollar. You can buy a star for 25 cents or whatever. Like it's real cheap. But if enough people buy it, because baby, I remember one way it was just a random $1,500. I was like, well, my God, that was a starry night, wasn't it? So I mean, like, yeah. And
Wait,
then, look,
okay.
people, but they'll feel like, well, I don't have anything to give. Everybody got $1. I don't care who you are. Everybody got it. The homeless man got $1. You understand? So yeah, that's how those stars work. They purchase them and then they give them to you whenever they agree with something or they want to show you love or whatever. It's like an offering.
Oh, see, I knew I had them, but I didn't know what it was.
But where do you have stars? I mean, do I have stars?
So that's a great question, Jonathan. So, like, as you hit certain thresholds on your Facebook, they'll notify you. They're like, "Oh, you just hit this threshold. Now you got stars."
Oh,
right?
Facebook.
And Jordan Jackson can speak to in-stream ads, which is a whole nother animal. You know,
yes, sir.
Jordan Jackson, unpack this, man, because people we know, but we don't know. And Jonathan is a star. You may have already hit certain plateaus.
I have no idea.
Yeah, the thing about the Facebook is they have a criteria. You got to get 600,000 minutes in the last 60 days, plus 10,000 likes on your Facebook fan page. Once you hit that threshold,
you need to have so many people too, right? So many human beings.
10,000. You have a minimum of 10,000 people.
Okay.
But now they've added, which they just did, to your personal page. They're turning those into professional pages. So now I got 2 pages that are monetized. So
really?
You're putting out the content. Facebook is looking. They got billions of dollars to give away. So they've got 3 or 4 new bonuses that they just added to my page. Like if you're creating that content, they want to pay you.
Wow. So so Jordan, so when I post on Instagram, I connected it to my Facebook. Mm-hmm. Is that the same kind of impact or?
Yeah, same. They're in sync. It's different criteria for the for the.
Now Jordan, I understood that, and you tell me if I'm wrong, that if you post on IG and have it go to Facebook, it's not the same. You gotta create a unique post for Facebook.
No, you can do it the same. Now when it comes to the monetization, if you're posting like a 3-minute video on Instagram, then you have to go to Facebook and turn the monetization on.
Okay. Wow.
So, and there's especially people that already have a following and a known face. I've been trying to talk to the vets for the longest, man. You're missing a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000 a month, easy, that you can make in your sleep, just by putting out this content.
What? How? How do you? I don't know how you do that.
And I'm gonna let Jordan answer this, but I'm gonna give it to you like this, Jonathan. You're a comedian, right?
Sometimes.
You have all the time. You have, let's say you have 100 ideas a day. 2 of those might end up in your act. The other 98 belong here.
Okay.
Facts.
All them ideas. This show is part of my platform. I'm also creating sketches. I'm also doing side-by-side videos. I'm also doing one-face commentary. I'm also doing lives. It's a job.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but boy,
but Jonathan, it's real money. Jordan, please educate this man.
Yeah, it's a lot. And the thing is, you don't even have to be, it's great that we are comedians, but like you have Nikita B, who's a comedian, who's also inspirational. When you're able to get in it and get involved with people and inspire them, it's any kind of content, anything that you have a passion for, content. It's like having your own record company with your own hits, because you own that, you own that content forever. So not only are you making money, but you're making generational wealth, because that page will go on and on forever as long as you can feed it.
Okay, hey Jordan. So I'm seeing 3 times I got a PayPal from something called Meta.
Yeah, that's Facebook.
So that's Facebook?
Yes.
Yep.
So it's like $200 came from Facebook.
Yeah, that means you're getting probably paid for reels. You're probably getting paid for bonuses on the reels. Are you posting any reels?
I
Short
mostly
video?
do reels. I mostly do 90 seconds, 60 seconds.
Yeah, then that
You
got
get paid. You
that
probably
you
get paid on
realize.
on Instagram too.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it pays on.
So I was gonna say, Jonathan, if you check your email, Facebook always sends you an email with the invoice. That invoice will tell you what they paid you for and how much they paid you for whatever it was. So like me, I get 4 separate invoices because they was like, this is for your stars, this is for your reels, this is for your videos, this is for, you know what I mean? Like they don't pay it all in one, like literally they disseminate it. So you'll be able to see what you get paid for and why they paid it. So what you look at is what you already sweet at. Do more of that, because
Exactly.
in order for you to really monetize your videos, they have to be 3 minutes or more, right? But and they do that because
they changed that.
They changed it?
Yeah, 1 minute. So you get paid. You can get paid all the way from 1 minute up to 3
You
minutes.
can
But
do it at 1
qualifying,
minute, but when you think about the 3 minute one, they allowed to, like, say for instance, somebody drop an ad in something, or they put something to interrupt it or whatever, like the in-stream ad. When they do it, I'm just telling you what I do, because you can monetize them off of the minute ones, and you can keep people attention too, because they look at that. I mix my 1 and 3 minutes up, because what I found on my page, because I was doing the shorter ones and they was getting interrupted, people start literally inboxing me. They were like, Nikita, why is doing this on your videos? Because they weren't used to it. But then I had to remind them on the longer videos it do it. And then they was like, oh, it does. So I have to do a little mix of both of them. But that's all in getting to know your audience too. Because just like our friend up here, like you can tell, he knows his audience. So he knows what kind of content they want to see. Trust me, you will know what kind of content they want, because you can just look at your views and your likes, and they be like, oh, they don't like that too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just for what they like.
They're doing in-stream ads on the reels too. Look at God. Won't he do
Hey, so my page just monetized like last week, like over the last couple of weeks, right? And so it's like they're like heavily scrutinizing my page, right? Like, so I got like they flag like certain videos that I didn't think it was nothing bad on the video. I did a video about how a young couple can't tell me nothing. Like you can't give me advice about marriage if you ain't been married 10 years.
Right.
And so I don't know if it's the title or
all of it
it's
matters.
the content of the video, but I'm I mean, how do I not get flagged? Maybe, Nikita or Jordan, please help me.
Everything for right now has been completely changed. What you could have got away with, 6 months ago is dead. Original content. Now, if you do content, you have to take that original idea. So you know how we always link up and we collab? Well, now it's more difficult for us to collab now, because we're gonna have to take your idea to make sure that you can get the content, because now they're not letting you, unless you do a collaboration. Now you can't even, they'll hit you for unoriginal content if me and you shot a skit and then we both try to post it.
So if we shoot a skit together, you got to tag me as a collaborator, but I can't post that video, but I can grab it. I mean, when you hit me as a collaborator, it'll go up on both our pages.
On both our pages, just like they do on the Instagram.
Yes.
Which is still a win-win for us, but you know, now that you're monetized, it's like when me and you link up, now we'll have to do pretty much where we could have just did 2 that included both of us. We'll have to do 4. I'll get 2 and you get 2, which is no problem. You know how quick we come up with them, but
right.
It's changed the game.
Wow. So Shani Scott, any questions?
Well, so I'm in Facebook jail now, because then they went back on me like back to 2016 on a post when I was doing marketing for this strip club. Ain't nothing bad on it, you know. I was just telling the people to go. The ad was just to tell them to go to the club. No nudity, nothing.
What kind of club was it?
It was a strip club. But it wasn't the nudity in the ad. I was just doing their marketing for them. It wasn't even my page.
But they do strip in the strip club, though, right?
Yeah, they strip in the strip club.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they.
So be some nudity in that strip club.
I mean, well, I don't know. I never went to the strip club. I just, I just pushed it out there for them.
Man, they sensitive. They don't change. They everything is, and they've got these good videos. And I'm like, ooh, that might be a little too much clip. Like they got me scared to post because I ain't trying to mess up my money.
So in a perfect world, you should treat it like you got a network television program, and you're really maybe PG or less.
PG or G.
A bikini is low. They tripping, bro.
Oh, cleavage is too much. You can't show no cleavage.
Or like the butt video you had, the butt video, the girl coming out of the
I like that video.
Pool, sitting down, that was a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rodney, you got to think about it like this. It is your network. It is like, because you got to think of the possibility of it reaching the number of people that are on Facebook. You'll never reach all those people because there's so many people, but just think of it that way. I told one of my mentees, I said, listen to me, whenever you go from, it's almost like you living at your mama house before you start monetizing. But now that you got your own place, you got to govern yourself differently. You see what I'm saying? You want to get out there, hey, I'm on my own now, and then it's like mama coming knock, hey, what you doing? That's what it seems like. That title is huge. That title is huge. You can get dinged from a darn title.
Yep,
because they already use it's keywords. I had the list. I'll look for it again, but I had a list of keywords not to use so that I can prevent certain stuff. Like even with me, and I have like a health and wellness and stuff like that. I can't say CBD. I can't say THC. You see what I'm saying? But I can describe the benefits of it. So I just found a creative way to get people interested so that they can learn more. That's how you have to do that. And that's why it's also important for you to have your own offline brand too. Have a text message thing that they can join your text list. Have an email list. Have some kind of other thing so that whenever you run them over there, you can talk however you want to right there, because that right there, that's yours for real. That's digital real estate. You bought that one. You renting Facebook. You see what I'm saying?
There's a difference between the title and the description. You can say whatever you want in the description. It's the title. It's the title that there's that's the title that they're really strict on. But in the description, you can still say what the video is about without any kind of problem.
So should I not put a title at all?
No, you got to put a title. But what I started doing is if it's a video about run, I just put run and then go down in the description and put what the actual video is about, because Facebook is not concerned. They're only concerned about keywords. They're not concerned about the title at all. As Instagram, YouTube, and other social media things, the title matters. So Facebook is not. They only care about key danger words that they don't want you to.
My YouTube is growing. My YouTube is growing. I'm excited about that. And like you said, it's a little different. The nuances are a little different.
You can do whatever. YouTube is
they don't get mad at nothing over there. YouTube.
Nah. YouTube is great. And shorts is how you build your page. How you build it real fast, but still put out the your longer content. But the shorts, they keep it rolling. Plus, YouTube is trying to compete with everybody else, so they'll give you a bonus just for putting out shorts. So there's money to be made there too.
Who pays the best?
It all depends on who. It all depends really on the actual influencer. Right now, I get paid the most by Facebook.
And what's the most you ever got paid?
Me? Like for me, Facebook pays the best, but that's where I'm hitting the best at. But if you can rock that thing out on YouTube, baby, listen.
I heard that YouTube is not a game.
I don't think I can say his name, but he's a comedian as well. I showed him how to set his stuff up, how to get it together, blah, 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 whatever. He came back to me after a while. I was like, Nikita, listen. Literally was making 20-30 grand off of Facebook, but was making 40 on YouTube. You see
how you make that kind of money?
Like it is possible. But I did notice this too. When you first start monetizing and stuff, they show you a little more love. But then after a while, like you gonna have to do what you need to do to make it count and to sustain that bad boy. Consistency is key.
I ain't gonna put my business out there, but I can tell you this much, brother. YouTube may have some money up there, but it ain't came close to the checks that I'm cashing at Facebook, and I'm talking about serious money. But you know, it's too many people watching to talk about. I DM you and tell you, but
hey, let me ask you this, Jordan.
Hey, just know I'm doing all right. Look at God.
What would you say works for you best, Jordan?
Jordan, what works for you best?
Facebook.
I'm saying, but what
kind of content?
Oh, all the just the most relatable, the most stuff that I do. A lot of content that seems real. That's what I make my most money off of. Stuff that people think is real and then figure out that it's a skit later on.
Oh, hey, real quick, people keep sending me something about if I pay them money, they can verify me. Is that legit?
Don't do that.
No,
I wouldn't do that.
Don't do that.
You mess around, lose your page.
You're right. They gonna hack your page. Don't fall for it. I think
they'll take over your page and they'll block you out, and they'll monetize it, and you'll never get the money.
Right. And so to get that blue check, it comes from Instagram.
I wouldn't give nobody access to my page.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I haven't done it. But
you have to apply for
you should have a blue check though.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't have
done too much stuff. You've done too much stuff not to have.
And you got too many followers to not have. I think you do have.
Have you requested it, a verification?
I have. I've been declined twice.
Oh no, he doesn't have a check.
Damn.
I'm sure we can get offline, and I might be able to direct you to somebody that can help.
I appreciate that.
Everybody's gonna want to charge you though.
Well, as long as they're legit, you know.
Charging, you gonna get the right product. The problem is when these jokers charge you and then they dip on you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Jordan, if they decide to do a reboot of Good Times, they want JJ to look more attractive. You got the job, brother.
Hey, I messed up when they did do that reboot, but not having any representation or anything. So I figured, well, they'll just see me on. So many people when they actually did the reboot on, I think it was on ABC, and so many people was hitting the, that's got to be, but they end up, Jay Farrell ended up doing it.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
You have to have representation. I'm just feeling like, well, you know, I'm out here. I'm doing none of that stuff matters. You know, you got to have your ducks in order, and I hate I messed that up.
Oh, see, I was just kidding. I didn't know that you were actually doing that. I was just being funny.
No, I'm talking about that was Cat Williams was at a show one time in Atlanta Comedy Theater, and he came up to me, released it the whole time you were on stage, because I never used it as a part of my act. And he was like, man, you were up there in the stage, you said nothing about Jay. I said, nah, because then it's a gimmick, and you know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, let me tell you something, brother. I was Money Mike until I was Cat Williams. You got to do whatever it takes to get you know, because he said, even if people can't remember you, they can remember the comedian in the bucket hat. So he said, do what you got to do to be remembered and let the rest work out itself. It's like, you ain't got to listen to me, young man. But he didn't have to come in there and tell me. He did not have to come in there and tell me that. He walked into the green room, and I went ahead and rocked with him.
Wow. I think I was there that night. Hey, guys, I can't thank you enough, Jordan, man. Always a wealth of information, bro. Nikita B, you know I love you. Jonathan Slocum, man, and Patrice Fisher. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. Johnny Scott, we did it again.
Johnny, hit me up, bro.
Okay, I will.
Everybody,
all right, done deal. Hey, y'all, my name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. That's our show for today. Wow, legendary. Thank you, guys.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey! Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi. Let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.